Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the crown. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Wait, that fly 20. And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
36 to Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Alert.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The sack by Robert Quinn. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Ball's 50.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will get the football at their 20. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
And the Titans first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check 4.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Ready. Check right 54. Right 54. Here we go, D.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
First down, Tennessee.
Right. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's get out the field,
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Flush to his right. And he's got Snead. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Bridgewater to throw it. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater being chased out left to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bullock will put this one through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense. And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Sugar! Hey, 66.
Brady now to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Here we go. Check it.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That's good for 28 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Saquon Barkley running right. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Bridgewater on first down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37th. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Echo. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Man up, man.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sacked there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, D, get off the field. Shoot!
Hey, orbit. Alert.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance.
That's good. 50, 10, 5, 20.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Joe Mixon, as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
"35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Wait, 20! We ain't giving them nothing to do. Hey, second.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Go Bandit! Regular!
Again, they'll throw with Brady. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. Brady's got his guys first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Brady dumps it off to Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check. 72.
Brady now on first down. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Tanner Rapp, who picked it. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's first and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's Bridgewater. He's got Burton here. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Throwing, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. From the gun, Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Burton. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 31, Bridgewater. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19.
1st down, Titans.
On 1st down, Barkley. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd down and 4, Bridgewater gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Mike's 54. That's 54.
Bridgewater now. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys to scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now Joe Mixon. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel group.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Bridgewater. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Golden.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Once again, they run with Mixon down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I got one. Check 13. Check 13.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 13-year man puts it through, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case,
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. Dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it. And guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good. And we may be on our way to overtime. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
First down and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Come on, 50. Go. Check 55 line. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Ball 50.
Back to throw, Brady. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Come on. Come on. Ozzie. Ozzie. Mike 55. Mike 55. All day, dog. Hey, Delta. 55. Mike 55. Hey, come on, no, come on. Check it.
To throw is Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Mixon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they'd struggled throughout this one.
On the run, it's Mixon. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
Brady's throw there complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. On third down, it's Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down, forthcoming.
Brings up fourth down and
Let's get it.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run with Mixon, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Denied on fourth down is Joe Mixon. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. It's caught, Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Eluding the pressure right. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
Ha-ha, Clinton Dix, the former Packer, in on the tackle. On second and 9, Bridgewater looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he